So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Oh, a nice catch by Kupp.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Rolling to his right.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford. And oh, what a catch!
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
That's on the guard, David Edwards.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play here for Dallas. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a give here to Pollard.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Pollard again. But he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Prescott now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Tony Pollard, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He finds Robinson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Flush to his right. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find...
And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Stafford.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Knox, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But this one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Up the middle they go. Knox. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
McLeod to return it.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
3rd and long for Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And now here is another interception.
picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the title as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for L.A., it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.
You gotta choose.